value of good is almost like a DNA, a philosophy for us. ESG becomes the framework that helps us deliver on value of good, right? We actually started leveraging ESG as a framework and as a tool back in 2021 itself.
Yeah.
I would probably say that we were one of the early stage VCs. You know, PEs have been doing this for a very long time. But as an Indian early stage VC, I would say we were one of the first few ones to start doing it in the way we started implementing it, right? What we do is across the value chain of investment fund now, which is how do you source, how do you build a portfolio, and how do you then help them scale, right? ESG is across all these three steps, which means that when we're sourcing, and we have to make certain documents, right? We have 2-pagers, which then goes to the investment committee. Sure. We then do our diligence, which finds out on the legal framework, on financial frameworks, and now ESG frameworks. What is the situation of a company? How are they good? Where are their weaknesses? Where are flags also, right? So across this, we've integrated ESG, which helps us actually institutionalize sustainability, value of good, and the whole responsible production with our companies, right? So when you talk to them, when you talk to the founders on day one saying, so do you know ESG? And they say no, that's not a flag for us. That is a cue for us to say that let's work with you on this. So sourcing has ESG diligence, which is all done third party for us, right? And that's where SnowCap for us enters. We treat it as equally as we would treat a legal diligence, as a financial diligence, which means that we give conditions to our companies before the money goes into their banks. So these are early stage companies, so we can't tell them to change every single thing. Policies, governance, and a little bit of packaging becomes main priorities for us as conditions before the money goes in. We've also put in a step where we say our board members, so every investment we make, almost every investment we make, we also take a board seat. The board members sign off on the ESG roadmap.
Okay.
Right? Which means there's an accountability coming in implementing it, right?
Yeah.
And what we also help deliver when on the second stage, which is portfolio building, we've built our own ecosystem of solution providers to help these companies implement the roadmap solutions, right?
Yeah.
So there again, it's moving away from institutionalization into implementation, right?
Yes.
And finally, as companies are scaling, what we do, and this becomes a little bit 1 or 2 years after the investment has been made, we then start working with these companies on dedicated areas, which is saying that let's now sit and see strategically what can you do at a sustainability level and marrying it to your ESG roadmap, right? Which is really saying that, for example, for a company, cost reduction is a main thing and cost efficiencies is a main thing. Can we talk about reducing the grammage of plastic they use in their packaging? And therefore, there's plastic reduction, but also logistics costs are reducing, right?
Yeah.
So that's something we started doing now in the cohort of the Fund 2 companies, which have all reached more than 80 crore annualized revenue, trying to hit a 500 crore, right? Here, we talk strategic interventions. So if I summarize the journey is really at a starting point, let's put in policies, governance, put in conditions, almost the carrot stick approach of getting ESG done, moving on to implementation and giving them solution providers for certain quick wins, certain good to haves, and then taking that on to a journey of really programmatic approach towards strategic interventions, all leveraging ESG as a roadmap, right? So it's a little bit of bottom up meets top down.